Hey everyone, Satnam, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Elise and you're watching Satnam Spirituality. Sorry. Maybe there's some throat chakra stuff that's going on because I haven't had that issue all day today. So we'll take a look at what's going on in the cards. This is your third quarter moon. So how are we feeling coming off that lunar eclipse? Feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what that energy was for you, how it's showing up for you. But yeah, let's take a look at the third quarter moon. So the lunar eclipse is a full moon, so there was something that came to culmination, and now things are wrapping up in a sense over this period. At the third quarter moon to the new moon, we're right in the middle of eclipse season, so there's a lot of stuff that's flying around, a lot of heavy energy. So let's take a look. So for third quarter moon, Spirit. So we have foraging. There's no better feeling than having gone after what you desire. So maybe we're just realizing what our desires are at this point in time. Maybe we're really taking stock of what it is we actually want and coming to a new realization of that, especially with this eclipse, like changing houses. There might be some connection that's being made there as to like the next step that we're able to journey down or the next path that we're meant to follow. You've got tea magic, reach into your subconscious, pull from source and weave magic with the intention, and the answers will unfold. So 100% checking in with spirit at this time, especially going into the new moon. As the light fades from the moon, really like that's our internal space and our connection with spirit, especially with the goddess archetype. So really setting the intention of like truly understanding where you're at and what the path is forward. Maybe this is a tea ceremony for you. Maybe that's the intention that you put into the cup. Like there's some like kitchen witch stuff where you put an intention and as you stir into the cup and then sit and meditate with that energy. And that tea could be made out of, you know, obviously anything that is edible and that you should have in tea. But maybe there's an herb that you have been thinking about for a while that is calling to you to make tea out of. I know I do mugwort all the time. Of course, check in with your doctors and make sure everything's all good before taking any kind of supplement. Then you have campfire. Do not fear opening your mouth and allowing your tongue to speak. And the last card is fire cider. Dwell in the medicine that exists to protect the spirit. There's definitely something about using herbs here. Because even with campfire, it's wood that we're burning, right? And different types of wood have different types of energy within them. Like even here, this is Palo Santo. So definitely there's a connection with nature and using nature energy, like natural energy or like kitchen witch energy. Maybe it's baking with certain herbs and consuming them that way. Like even rosemary and stuff is very purifying. Bay leaves are as well. Dwell in the medicine that exists to protect the spirit. And maybe it's about finding new ways to really find that protection for yourself or set up a new protective barrier with these herbs and like utilizing that more. Maybe spirit's calling to you about that and doing that with the intention of connecting in with spirit through these herbs, through these medicines. Okay, let's take a look at some of the archetypes that are showing up right now. You've got the Queen, determination, sacrifice. Yeah, definitely. I think we're seeing something new here and we're recognizing like the new path that's opening up for us is definitely the message that I'm getting here, and showing up at that space with intention. Maybe it's just the intention to figure out what this means for you. Maybe that's what the intention is. You have the orator, communication, and confidence, and it's interesting because like they're divining on this card. So maybe there's a certain type of divination that you're looking at getting into. Maybe it is around forest bathing as well. You have the Muse, generosity and nativity, and naivety, and the Walker, the unknown, the journey. So just like not knowing what's ahead of you, and there could be a lot of fear around there, but like you're determined to move forward, and there are certain sacrifices that are going to need to be made in order to shift. You know, nothing changes if nothing changes. So sometimes we have to release to receive, and sometimes we do have to release to receive, But sometimes it's about letting go of things, and sometimes it's just about allowing in our life. It's not a conscious effort to remove something out of our life. If something wants to leave our life, then just allowing it to naturally do so and not forcing it to happen, not forcing it to stay. Maybe that's some of the energy that you're working with. Fill in these mushroom cards. Yep. We've got healing at the bottom. Scarlet Elf Cup. Number 20. The first card that popped out was Animantia, which is expanded awareness. I do believe this mushroom is also poisonous. So your awareness is expanding around what are you determined to get? What are you willing to sacrifice around that? Opening your mouth to speak. You also have purpose and judgment with the Mycenia interrupta. So using your discernment in order to move forward. Showing up with purpose. And even if the purpose is just like, I understand that this is not something that suits me in my life anymore. Maybe that is the intention that you show up with is I am going to figure out what it is or where I'm supposed to be led next, understanding that this is not the space for me to be in anymore. I want to pull some lunar cards here. There's fear. That also popped out during my pre-shuffle. Resistance. There's a resistance of letting go and setting up these new boundaries. When we set up boundaries, a lot of times people leave our lives or things leave our lives. And it's because they were able to take advantage of us before. And it could be situations, it could be people, but it's like there's this resistance to set up these boundaries, and it's out of fear that there's going to be some kind of loss. And then you have beauty at the bottom with assessing what brings beauty into your life, what builds prosperity for you, what builds abundance for you. Let's take a look at these ones. This full moon in Pisces card has been coming out a lot, which is forgive and then trust that all will be well. Yeah, for the forgiveness piece of it is key when you're moving on from a negative situation, and believe in your good luck. Yeah, it's like Spirit's like, don't have any fear around what's going on. Trust that all will be well. Believe that you have excellent, amazing luck and that everything is happening for you for your highest good, even though it might not be a pleasant experience to have, that everything is happening and unfolding for you, and be proud of yourself. Being proud of yourself of where you are. Maybe it's forgiving previous versions of yourself that didn't speak up and say what they needed or showed up in relationships in that way. But it's like, understanding once you put these boundaries in, then that's a conscious choice as to what type of energy to allow in your life or not. And so it's a form of protection for yourself. And it allows you to free up your energy and space to be able to put that towards the things that you want to have in your life, as opposed to worrying about like, you know, is this person going to take advantage of me, or is this situation taking advantage of me? Let's see what Spirit has to say. Messages from Spirit. There's a lot of stuff that's happening underneath the surface right now. A lot of healing that's happening underneath. Yeah, the Queen of Wands here. There's like this building of this determination. Queen of Wands, Empress, Wheel of Fortune. So it's like stepping into your feminine energy of understanding that everything is coming towards you. You've planted the seeds, or that you are going to plant the seeds, and that these things are going to make their way towards you. Because, and then with Jupiter here, especially with trusting in your good luck, like this good luck is just waiting around the corner. These things that you want are just waiting around the corner. And with the moon and the high priestess popping out first here, it's like there's definitely is something that is not revealed at this point in time. It's definitely internal. It's below the surface. It's deep within your emotion. It is something that, you know, the priestess sees all and says nothing. And so maybe this is also just about you witnessing what's going on around you and just receiving that information with the moon, not internalizing it, but receiving the information, understanding your emotions, how your deep centered emotions, not just your immediate reaction, but like, what does that mean for you as a person when people show up in that kind of way? there's definitely something with the throat chakra of not speaking your truth. You have the Star card here, which is like finding your new light, your new guidance, your new source of healing, your new source of fulfillment, trusting in spirit, surrendering to spirit. Even though it's a Star card, it still has water on it. And just like coming into that emotional body here, like understanding that when you plant these seeds, they will come to fruition. And let's see what these last two cards are. You have the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. And so it's like working towards this happiness, building this happiness. This beautiful reading. Moving away from this fear, setting up those healthy boundaries, and just working towards like your emotional fulfillment. And just really moving in silence. I feel like this is something that is for you to do. It's not necessarily like other people are going to be impacted for it, but it's like this change from within. Trusting all that will be well. Forgiving those people before, maybe not even seeking closure with people. A lot of times we don't get closure, and that's totally okay. But being able to forgive without that, knowing everything, and just understanding that it's no longer from you, and that's what you need to know about the situation. Let's see these incoming energies over this next week. You have the 2 of Wands. There's like this waiting, planning energy, having the whole world in your hands, and all, but also looking past it. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, building your stability. Queen of Wands again. Manifesting. The Judgment card. 6 of Pentacles. Waking up to equal beautiful balance between give and take, and also harmony, coming into that sense of peace, and just like the trust that surrender requires, but also the peace that surrender offers. You have the 7 of Pentacles, something that you've been waiting for a really long time, really looking to the distance for. You have Justice and the 10 of Wands, and it's like it's time to put down this burden that you have been carrying, and time to come into balance. And I feel like this is happening around this solar eclipse that's coming up. And so I just pulled out the Magician, which is Magician, and the Fool here. So manifesting a new path forward. You have the 6 of Wands, which is victory, and the 7 of Wands, setting up those boundaries and being victorious. And trusting that all will be well. All will be well. King of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. And it's like, how do I build stability if I remain blind to the things that are around me? And how do I remove this? How do I make a clear, conscious choice? And so I feel like we're making that choice, and we're moving forward, and we're manifesting this new beginning that we've really been looking for. All right, let's take a look at these guys. So let's just take a look at our higher soul mission. So you have Messenger, bringing harmony and balance, 100%, and empathetic starseeds, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So just repeat messages here. So it says call in support. You're part of a star team. So call in support from your spirit guides, whatever you connect in with, universe, source, spirit, God, goddess, wherever you find your faith, call that energy in to be able to help you. Don't be afraid to ask for help from spirit. Spirit wants to help you out with things. And so bringing harmony and balance, and like with this Messenger card. So maybe spirit is bringing in this message for you, maybe right now. But as to how to move forward with it, and just absorbing what's not yours. Maybe you're surrounded by people and they just like a huge energy leak, and you're learning how to protect yourself and set up those boundaries a little bit more. All right, let's finish off here. Get a little message. I love these little cards. They're so cute. All right, we have white hair, awareness. Are you attuned to your environment? How can you be more aware of the world around you? And mystical fox, look within, calm your mind, and listen to your inner voice. What is it trying to tell you? Especially at third quarter moons, now's the time, not the time to really start anything new. It's more about receiving the information and setting, like allowing that to sit within ourselves, you know, allowing that to really land in our emotional body. And then at the new moon, that's when the new energy kicks off. So there's a lot of release that could be happening for you at this point in time. The answers that you need are coming towards you. And, you know, just believing in your good luck and trusting that all will be well, forgiving, you know, stepping into your power, showing up with intention. Yeah. All right, those are your messages. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like, share, subscribe. It'll really help my channel out as I'm just starting out. And I hope you have many blessings throughout this next week, and I'll see you in the next video. See you.